a top 10 world ranking, international fame, and retiring with millions of dollars. Would you believe all this happened to Anna Kournikova by her early 20s? Stay tuned to see her stunning transformation. Anna Kournikova was born on June 7, 1981, in the then Soviet Union to parents Sergei and Alla, both of whom were athletes. She picked up her first tennis racket at only 5 years old and immediately took to the game. A few years later, she began training seriously at the Spartak Tennis Academy just outside of Moscow with legendary coach Larissa Preobrazhensky. She continued to show so much promise and love for the game that she made the life-changing decision to relocate to Bradenton, Florida, so that she could train with legendary tennis coach Nick Bollettieri at his tennis academy. Bollettieri was an incredibly famous and sought-after coach who had already coached champion tennis players Andre Agassi and Monica Seles. Even though Kournikova was only 10, she loved the game and took to working with Bollettieri immediately. He told CNN that he remembered his first time meeting Kournikova, saying, "This little girl comes and jumps in my ball basket and says, 'I'm here for the lesson.' I thought, who the hell is this?" It was unbelievable to see the spunk of a little girl just coming and saying, "I'm here, I'm ready." Nick Bollettieri's coaching style clearly struck a chord with young Anna. Just a few years after joining his academy, she won the 1995 Italian Junior Open. It was her first tournament victory, and she continued to build on that success the rest of the year. In June, she advanced to the quarterfinals of the International Junior Championships of France, and in July, she made it to the semifinals of the Wimbledon Junior Championship.
She was winning junior international titles, so she was the real deal.
In December, Kournikova won her second tournament of the year, the Orange Bowl International Championship, in which she had been runner-up the year before. Because of all of her success that year, she was named the 1995 ITF Junior World Champion. Kournikova was only 14, and more tennis success was right around the corner. The success Anna Kournikova found on the junior circuit wasn't the only exciting thing to happen to her in 1995. Kournikova made her professional debut with the Women's Tennis Association, playing in her native Russia at the Moscow Ladies Open. Even though she lost in the second round, it was an impressive debut, especially considering she was only 14 years old at the time. She had more success in the doubles competition of the Moscow Ladies Open. Kournikova partnered with Polish tennis player Alexandra Olsa, making it to the finals before ultimately losing. This competition foreshadowed Kournikova's later success as a doubles tennis player. Anna Kournikova made her Grand Slam debut at the 1996 US Open, and after winning her first match, she told the New York Times, "It's already a good tournament for me. I qualified and then I won my first match, so I think that's great." Kournikova won her second and third round matchups before ultimately losing in 2 sets to first seed Steffi Graf. Still, making it as far as she did was an incredible Grand Slam debut for the 15-year-old player. Graf was at the top of the women's tennis world at the time and went on to win the tournament. Just months later, Kournikova represented the Russian Federation in the 1996 Summer Olympic Games in Atlanta. At only 15 years old, she was the youngest tennis player participating in the Olympics that year. She lost in her first match, but participating in the Olympics as a teenager is an incredible feat no matter the result. In April, Kournikova played for Russia in the Fed Cup and helped Russia beat Sweden in the first round. Her overall performance in 1996 led her to win the title of WTA Newcomer of the Year. During her first time ever playing at Wimbledon in 1997, Anna Kournikova entered the tournament unseeded, but still advanced all the way to the semifinals. The only other woman to do that at that point was Chris Evert in 1972. Kournikova eventually lost in the semifinal to first seed Martina Hingis. Even after the loss, Kournikova had a sunny perspective on her experience playing in the tournament, telling The Independent, "I'm sure I'll learn something from this match. I've had a great tournament. I'm really happy the way I played. It's unbelievable I got to the semifinals. I was dreaming about this." Hingis and Kournikova were both 16 at the time, and it seemed clear that these two teenagers were the future of women's tennis. Hingis acknowledged the budding rivalry with Kournikova, telling The Independent after the game, "When we posed for the photographers after the toss, I said to Kournikova, 'This is not the first time, and I'm sure there are going to be many more times. Everyone is making a big rivalry of it.'" At the 1999 Australian Open, Anna Kournikova and Martina Hingis turned their supposed rivalry on its head when they partnered up for the women's doubles division of the tournament. It couldn't have gone better. They won the whole thing, giving Kournikova her first ever Grand Slam victory. Hingis started calling the pair the Spice Girls of tennis, and the Australian Open was the beginning of a long and successful doubles partnership. In 1999, they went on to win doubles tournaments at Indian Wells, Rome, and Eastbourne, as well as the WTA award for Doubles Team of the Year. They won the Australian Open again in 2002, which would be Kournikova's final career victory at a Grand Slam. In one of her first major modeling contracts, Berlei Sports Bras hired Anna Kournikova to be the face of their shock absorber sports bras. The company used Kournikova's image to promote the bras on everything from packaging to 20-foot billboards. The Washington Post estimated that her deals with Berlei and Adidas brought her $6 million in income in 2000. As her fame grew, Kournikova signed more and more endorsement deals, with her modeling and advertising income quickly outstripping her tennis earnings. A few years later, in 2002, CNN Money estimated she made $10 million a year as she began to advertise for Omega, Adidas, and K-Swiss. Kournikova's net worth is an estimated $50 million, with a large bulk of that money coming from endorsement deals. While Kournikova caught a lot of flack in the press for doing so much advertising and modeling work, she may have been feeling extra pressure to financially provide for her family.
Because of me, my whole family moved to a different continent, and so I was supporting everybody basically.
Anna Kournikova had battled back pain, stress fractures, and other injuries for many years, and they all caught up with her in 2003. She played in the Australian Open and won her first-round game, but aggravated her back. That injury forced her to withdraw from several tournaments that year. According to WTA, the last tournament she played in was in Charlottesville in May 2003, and she pulled out of tournaments in England in June, ending her tennis career.
I was just unfortunate to get injured a lot of times and never quite, went all the way.
Many considered it a disappointing finish to a promising start, as Kournikova never won a singles tournament. But there's no doubt that Kournikova's success inspired a whole generation of younger players, especially young Russian women. Russian player and two-time Grand Slam winner Svetlana Kuznetsova told the WTA in a 2017 interview, "I always defend her when they say, oh, she never won a tournament, so what? She was a top 10 player. It's not just about winning tournaments. She was a great image for the game, not only for Russia, but for tennis all over the world." Kuznetsova was part of a group of Russian women who began achieving great success in tennis in the years after Kournikova retired, including Elena Dementieva and Maria Sharapova. Even though Kournikova retired from playing tennis professionally, that didn't end her love of the game. She's continued to play the sport for different good causes. In 2008, she participated in the Advanta World Team Tennis Smash Hit Celebrity Tennis Tournament, which raised money for Elton John's AIDS Foundation and the Atlanta AIDS Partnership Fund. Kournikova has also volunteered with HIV/AIDS patients in other parts of the world. In 2009, she took a trip to her native Russia to work with young HIV and AIDS patients there. She wrote passionately about the experience for Oprah.com, elaborating, "Our goal here is to reach young people before they begin using drugs, to educate them, to give them the tools they need to make healthy choices. I hope that I can make a difference in these kids' lives and that my voice will be heard." Kournikova made the trip to Russia with Population Services International and has continued to work and travel with the organization as a global ambassador. Kournikova's volunteer work put her on the path to American citizenship. She started volunteering with the USO in 2008, taking a trip to Guam to visit the families of servicemen and women stationed there. As with her other volunteer work with PSI, her focus at the USO has been working with children. After Guam, she also traveled to Germany and Turkey. Kournikova reflected about her volunteer work, writing for the USO's website. "On each trip I have taken with the USO, I have been so inspired by how positive everybody is, despite the reality of their jobs during these uncertain times. Everybody is working together toward a common goal, and with extreme care and dedication in everything they do." Kournikova became a U.S. citizen in 2010, and her time with the USO is a large part of the reason why. As reported by Yahoo Sports, she said, I've always considered myself half Russian and half American. It never seemed to really matter if I had a passport or not, but when I started working with the USO and the troops overseas, it just seemed the logical next step." In 2001, Anna Kournikova agreed to play the love interest in the music video for Enrique Iglesias' song Escape. The pair didn't know each other before filming the video, where they share some steamy makeout scenes, but their on-screen chemistry translated into real life. According to People, they started dating after filming the music video, and they've been together ever since. The couple has kept their personal life quite private, to the point that it's unclear whether they are actually married. Kournikova wears wedding and engagement rings in Instagram pictures, where she lists her name as Anna Kournikova Iglesias. However, in 2008, she told People magazine that she planned on never getting married, and Iglesias echoed that sentiment in an interview with Parade in 2012. The singer said, "I've never really thought marriage would make a difference. Maybe it's because I come from divorced parents, but I don't think you love someone more because of a piece of paper. And nowadays, it's not taboo to have kids and not be married." Regardless of their marital status, the couple seems to be dedicated to each other and supportive of each other's careers.
For me, I'm just really proud and happy that he's doing well, and I hear he's got a great new album out.
Kournikova and Iglesias have 3 children together. In December 2017, she gave birth to their twins, Nicholas and Lucy. Kournikova managed to keep her pregnancy a secret, so it was a total surprise when the couple posted pictures of their newborns on their Instagram accounts in January 2018. In January 2020, their youngest daughter Mary joined the family. Again, Kournikova and Iglesias didn't let the press know they were expecting, so it was another surprise when she posted a picture of baby Mary on her Instagram. Iglesias described to people how happy Nicholas and Lucy were to have a little sister, saying, "They actually love it. The transition went very smoothly." The Kournikova-Iglesias family lives in Miami, where they keep a low profile. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about your favorite celebrities are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.